Everybody ain't racist, bruh. Let me say it again. Everybody ain't racist. Get that through your head, man. What's up to everybody coming through, man? Shout out to y'all for sliding through. It's your boy Jay Thrash back with another one, but we're gonna do a little different this time because I got something to talk about. Started off with congrats to Nate Robinson for getting the kidney transplant in 2025. Great, you know what I'm saying? That's a great thing to happen for that brother. Back in 2020, he boxed Jake Paul. If y'all don't know who Nate Robinson is, which you got to be under a rock. If you watch sports or basketball, I don't know who Nate Robinson is, but Nate Robinson played basketball for a long time, 5'9", sensation, you know what I'm saying? Super hop, super bounce, dunk contest champion. I think how many times he won? 2, 3 times, something like that. I don't know. Maybe it was just one time. I can't really remember, but we all know he jumped over Dwight Howard, Superman dunk, all that, you know what I mean? Shout out to him. Had a great career at that too. He had a great career. Retired, and NBA stars fade off into the bliss. You know what I'm saying? They fade off, and they just go live their retired lives. You know what I'm saying? You don't really hear too much about him. But in 2020, he decided to go and box Jake Paul. It was random for sure, definitely random. The black folk was definitely voting for him. You know what I'm saying? We was pulling for him. You know what I'm saying? I think a lot of people was pulling for him, just black or white. But we seen what happened. Got knocked out, right? Got knocked out, and the internet started clowning him, which they clown anybody for getting knocked out. You know what I'm saying? Honestly, he probably shouldn't have stepped in there and thought he was going to do something, and he ain't no boxer. But neither here nor there. It's entertainment, whatever. But more recently, over the past couple of years, he came out and said that he had kidney disease, you know what I'm saying, kidney failure, and he was looking for a donor. And I saw a lot of people clowning that man online, saying, "Oh man, Jake Paul done knocked the kidney loose out this man," or Jake Paul done knocked this man into kidney failure. All type of, you know what I'm saying. And it wasn't coming from white people; it was coming from people that look just like me. You know what I mean? And why y'all could just call them jokes, whatever, cool. But let's fast forward though to, you know what I'm saying, a little bit ago he was saying that he was damn near on the brink of dying, right? So that was serious in my book, and I didn't think it was nothing to play around with anyway. But it comes out in 2025, he has found a donor, and this happens to be a white man. And this is why I wanted to make the video, and this is why I titled it how I titled it, because everybody ain't racist, right? We live in a time where people are triggered by anything that could possibly look like it has to do with race. So people just run with that. I even got a homie who he feel like, all white people got an element of racism in them, you know what I'm saying? And then pushing the right button, it's going to come out. I don't necessarily agree with that. You know what I mean? I don't. I believe that there are different types of people out here who respond in different ways, and there are racist people out here who will respond that way, and then there are just some that aren't, and that won't respond in a racist way, with a racist tone. I say all that to say racism isn't the form of racism that you think it is anymore, for real. It's more systemic than anything, and it's always been systemic, but back then it was a lot more physical, and you know what I'm saying, abuse, and it still is now. Don't get me wrong, but the bulk of it is systemic now, which is why you see a lot of white people saying that racism isn't alive, because they keep thinking about the old ways, you know what I'm saying? But it's embedded in the system. Say what you want about that. You ain't got to agree with me. The facts is the facts.
I was gonna say that's 100% fact. We both know that.
So I say it's more systemic than anything, because you can't really you can't see it. Me and my homie was talking about this, and you can't really see it much as opposed to how you could before. It's not something like racism isn't something that you can just put your hand on and grab and be like, that's it right there, because it's always going to be some type of pushback or blowback on, or somebody going to dispute that, right? So it was never something. Now was what I say. That's because it's more systemic now. But I say all that to say, anybody who still think that everybody is racist, y'all gotta, you know what I'm saying, reality check. Because, and I'm talking to my people, it's a lot of y'all that wouldn't do this for that man. Y'all not giving y'all kidney up for people y'all know, let alone a stranger. You know what I'm saying? He didn't even know this man. He thanked this man, gave him an IG shout out, and said they part of he family for life now. You know what I mean? Family for life. And that's really what it's all about, man. That gives me hope in humanity, and just don't it just all the way be lost, because there are people out there like that, even though it might be in, you know what I'm saying, not as much as you may think or we may see, but there are people out there like that. One of my closest homies is white. We talk almost every day. You know what I'm saying? we check up with each other all the time, talk about football, talk about everything. It's been some white people who, when I was down bad and homeless, who actually helped me out before anybody who looked like me ever helped me out. You know what I mean? And what are y'all gonna say to that? You're gonna still say that every white person is racist, but it's more to it than just calling somebody racist. You have to actually judge people by their character and not just by their skin. We start to do the same things that were done to us, to everybody, because of certain, you know what I'm saying, a certain time period and certain individuals who keep it going, but that's not everybody, right? This man is white, and he gave up a body part for a black man. Let's just put it in black and white terms. Everybody ain't racist, bro. I get, when I say this, people call me a coon. They say I'm buck dancing and all this stuff, but I'm not. My first son is half white. You know what I'm saying? My second son is fully black, but my first son half white. So I couldn't just live in this world and just go around just saying that everybody is racist. What would I be teaching my son about his side of the family that don't display those things? They don't, he comes from the white people who don't display that type of racism. Maybe far up in their family tree, you know what I'm saying? Once you go way back in time, yeah, maybe. But as far as his mom and grandpa and grandma, they're just not that. You know what I mean? And that's all you can really judge people off of, is what you see in their character. You can always insinuate whatever you want to insinuate about people, but that's just going to have you living in this world that they want you to live in, where everything got to be skin-based. And that's just not where I live at. You know what I mean? That's just not where I want to live. That's just not where I think any of us should live. It doesn't create a better world. It doesn't push forward where we need to be going and trying to better everybody, and you know what I'm saying, in the life, the quality of life. It just doesn't benefit anybody to just want to live like that and think like that. And I'm probably just rambling on right now, but in totality, what I'm saying is everybody ain't racist. I've said it a million times, because I truly believe that there are racist people out here who won't give up those morals, who won't give up those values. They won't give that up. But that's not everybody. The world has changed. You know what I mean? The world is not the same anymore. There are white people who will give you the shirt off their back. It's happened to me. And apparently there are white people who will give you their kidney if need be. You know what I'm saying? Might not be everybody, but it's a possibility. And that's something that we need to focus on more than just always focusing on the thing that we know is here embedded in some people, the racism. Like, let's start focusing more on the positive. If we don't ever do that, we're never gonna get nowhere. All right, that's all I really wanted to say, man. Get mad, say whatever you want to say. I really don't care. I'm just giving you how I see the world, and I see the world a little different than just black and white. I don't want to just see it like that. I see a whole lot of colors. You know what I mean? I see a whole lot of colors. I'm out, man. Y'all stay safe.